In today's video, I'm talking about the top 5 reasons that we are starting a glamping business. Hi, my name's Serena, and if you're new here, my husband and I are documenting our journey to starting a glamping business. Hey guys, this is the 14th time I'm videoing this, and you will notice that there are some scenes which are different, and obviously I look different. It's day 2 of recording, and for some reason I just can't sit down and do a video. They're a lot harder than people make them look online.
Now, I won't go as far as to say that this is a mission impossible, but at the very least, it's a mission very hard.
Right, so I'm just gonna jump in. Starting with number 1, very selfishly, is for us and our children to have a better lifestyle. So at the moment we live about half an hour away from London, and we want to be able to have more space, a bigger garden, and to be able to give our kids more of an outdoors lifestyle. So the reason number 1 for us is to get out of suburbia and get more rural and get back to nature. So we have known for a long time that we want to be our own boss and we want to have our own business, and it's taken a long time to work out what that was going to be. We had to align ourselves, we had to align our interests as a couple and as a family. We think that glamping gives us the best of both worlds. It gives us the ability to be able to live more rural, with more land, where the kids are going to experience driving tractors and picking vegetables rather than staring at the TV for a weekend, for instance. They will be out on the farm doing things around the farm. So plus with the glamping, we also get to live in a more touristy holiday hotspot area in the UK. We get to meet loads of like-minded, happy people when people are at their best. Plus we'll get to raise animals, play in the water. Obviously the place that we're buying has got a river at the bottom of it. We're fishing, raft building, swings over the river, and just more of that outdoors lifestyle that you can imagine if you lived on a farm. So reason number 2 is very similar to our first one, and that is to be able to give our guests a similar experience to what we want to experience. So we want to be able to give our guests a perfect holiday. I've romanticized it in my head, I don't know how many times, about what I want to be able to offer to my guests. There's obviously an extent of activities, and with the accommodation itself as well, what we can provide to the guests. One of my main aims is to make the holiday destination that our guests come to as stress-free and as relaxing as possible, whilst also offering as much adventure as we can. So I want to be able to mix both worlds. I'm not too sure it's even going to be possible yet, but in my head I know what it is I want to be able to offer people. Ultimately, in a very selfish way, I want to be able to create a unique and memorable experience for people. I also want to, as I say, with the balancing the adventure tourism aspect of things, bring families and groups and friends together for people to come and de-stress and look after their emotional and mental and physical health. Get away from it all, really, I guess. So reason number 3 is for the additional opportunities and the time that we're going to get back. So obviously it can't be denied that 11.5 acres is going to provide us with other opportunities, whether it be keeping animals and grow our own vegetables. We want to start keeping bees and producing our own honey, and we also want to run workshops and wellness retreats. So we want to be able to give back to the local community. We want to be able to provide jobs for people who have particular skill sets that we don't have. Obviously, just by having a glamping site, we'll continue to promote tourism in the area, which is fantastic. But the things that we also want to do on the land will also provide us with other business opportunities, which we wouldn't be able to get if we just stayed here. I'm thinking things like bushcraft sessions, music workshops and things for children, painters and people who like to do arts and crafts and things like that. If we can offer them a space somewhere on the land, we are then creating additional opportunities for ourselves. And if it wasn't for us starting this glamping business, these things wouldn't have even come up. And then just in respect of time, obviously, I think it just comes hand in hand with obviously running your own business. You then get to dictate how you spend your own time. And I know that the farm is going to be really demanding, and especially as we're trying to get planning and then the groundworks, and then even when we've obviously got guests as well, I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to be a lot of hard work, but I'll be doing it for myself. Craig will be doing it for himself, and we will be doing it for our family. Reason number 4, a bit of a weird one, and it's quite important to me, and that is to be creative. So I've always had a little bit of creative side to me. I think it's been passed down from my mother, and I've never really had an outlet for that, and the farm will give me that outlet that I needed to be able to let my creativity flow, to be able to design the glamping site how I want it, to really be able to put my own stamp on something. So with the different types of accommodation that there is available, obviously you can make your glamping site completely different from somebody else's. You can obviously do standard bell tents to luxurious cabins or tree houses, and then you've also got who you're going to cater to, whether you're going to cater to families or to groups. And in our instance, we actually want to be able to zone out our farm to be able to create different areas for different people. So the family area, play place for their children to be, and then we want to be able to also create a wellness area, a sauna, and do cold water therapy and things like that. And then we also want to be able to provide an area where groups can be, so away from everyone else. So if they want to make a bit more noise, then that's fine, have that. And I can't wait to start laying it all out and working out where everyone's going to go and how we're going to set everything up and how we're going to designate all these zones and what sort of structures we're going to choose. It really is an opportunity to get really creative, which I can't wait. And really, apart from planning authorities, the only limitation is really my imagination. And then, you know, once it's all done, I can sit back and look what I've created. And that's something which is an immeasurable accomplishment. Now I'm just going to pop over to yesterday's Serena for reason number 5. Okay, come here, come here, come on. Don't worry, I'm just beckoning the big elephant in the room to come across. The 5th and final top reason why we are starting a glamping business is because of the income. There, I said it. It's because of the income and the revenue stream that the glamping site is going to produce. Now, some could say this is quite selfish, but I'm on a roll, so I might as well say it. This is quite selfish. Glamping became popular around a decade or so ago. However, in the scheme of businesses in general, it's still considered to be quite new. Not only is it very cool and very trendy, there is still a lot of money to be made in glamping. Glamping shot off the trend scale during the pandemic and has continued to grow ever since. So of course glamping has evolved from the traditional camping, and I do believe that since glamping first started, that has even evolved as well, with people expecting more and more from their glamping holiday. However, in balance, with people expecting more from their glamping holiday, you as a site owner can charge more. The glamping market was valued at $2.68 billion in 2021, and that's looking to be increased to $7.11 billion by 2031. If there's ever been a better time to start a glamping business, then now is it. It can of course be easily argued that glamping is one of the most profitable, fastest growing area in the short-term rental market. With a high yield and therefore a quicker return on your investment, it's easy to see why investors are getting excited about glamping. And with the lower outlay in cost, it means that those with smaller amounts in their pockets can actually start and get involved. And of course, being your own boss, you can be in charge of your own taxes. Yay! It's like a real adult. So my final thoughts. We believe by doing what it is that you love doing will create not only sustainability, but also money will be the byproduct. So you can also tell we are extremely selfish people, and moving out of the suburbs into the rural countryside was one of the most important criteria for us, together with combining our interests and ensuring that our business choice was compatible and suited our family. We believe by starting a glamping site, we have finally found the gem within amongst the stones, and we are so keen to get started. In an up-and-coming video, you will see how we've been getting on with the conveyance. Until next time, see you later guys. Bye for now, bye. And then it still records. So this big button here is not the record button. We live in suburb. So at the moment we live in just, we had to align our own, we had to align interests. So this is where I go wrong now, right? Okay, right, okay. And we are, I don't know why I'm struggling. I don't know why I'm struggling.